Hey guys, this is Chase from Burnout Inc. and this is a new thing I'm doing called Figure Off.
Us can leave this chamber alive.
So yeah, basically this is Ra's al Ghul from Batman Arkham City by DC Direct versus The Dark Knight Rises Ra's al Ghul, played by Liam Neeson, by Mattel, part of the Movie Masters wave. This one came with the build a projecting bat signal collecting connect piece, which you saw in one of my last videos. And basically I thought this was an interesting idea, was to take two different figures of the same character from two different universes, from two different companies, and just see which one's better, which one would I recommend you have. Because me, personally, I usually like to have only one of each figure. Like, I don't necessarily need two Ra's al Ghuls or something like that. You know, if you only wanted one Ra's al Ghul or Ra's al Ghul in your collection, then this would just be my recommendation of which one to get. So, anyway, let's look at their packaging real quick, see what it is. This is your standard Movie Masters Dark Knight Rises packaging. It's got Dark Knight Rises up top. The packaging is supposed to resemble Batman's gauntlet with the little dagger thingies there. Got on the front right there, Ra's al Ghul, Movie Masters, build your bat signal. And on the back it's got pretty much just what you would need to build your bat signal, which characters you should get for this and that. He comes with number 5, she comes with number 4, he comes with number 6. Yeah, he came with the piece that actually turns on the bat signal, so Ra's is actually very important to this wave, because without him you can't turn the damn thing on. And so I would have to go ahead and recommend you get this one just because he is important. Alright, now let's look at Ra's al Ghul. I'm probably going to get confused in saying their names in this. Here's a look at their packaging. By far, I like this packaging better because this is in the shape of Batman's cowl. Very freaking awesome. The background I like a little bit more. I definitely loved Arkham City more than The Dark Knight Rises. So, sorry, a little biased on that. Got the Batman logo right there, Arkham City, Ra's al Ghul Series 3 Collector Action Figure. He comes with a sword. Oh, I guess I should point that out too. The Liam Neeson one comes with a little mask that he wore in Batman Begins, and this Ra's al Ghul comes with a sword. So I think Ra's has the cooler accessory, sword versus gas mask. On the back it's got other figures you can buy. I love that they included the clown thugs from the game. I'll definitely have to pick those guys up. I like the look of the Batman. I think it looks very cool. I'm just not a big fan of the articulation, so I didn't pick them up. The Penguin one looked pretty cool. You know, I think he's probably the best Penguin figure I've ever seen. Azrael looks pretty sick as well. I think this was a cool redesign and reimagining for the character. So yeah, great packaging. I would definitely give it to Ra's al Ghul. Better packaging. Better packaging.
Your arrogance offends me.
Alright, here is Ra's al Ghul, aka Liam Neeson, outside of the packaging. I'm not too big on the face sculpt, to be honest. I don't really think it looks anything like him. There's a couple like paint blemishes in his ear. Let's see if I can There we go. Yeah, on his ear and his face, just a lot of paint defects that I'm noticing. And it could just be because he has a lot of shading in his hair. The hair looks pretty good. Good mixture of black and brown, and then there's some gray streaks in there just to reflect his age. And his goatee, he kind of has that as well. I think, and I like that it is kind of pointed at the tips to give it that Ra's al Ghul look. But yeah, I think, and this is another problem that I have with the Movie Master's Wave, it's that they don't give them expressions. They just do very, very basic looking faces, and I think that's wrong, you know? I think you get a better figure when you go for an expression. Like, he should have that very stern look in his eyes. His eyebrows should be protruding and just angry or something. That way when you put the mask on him, or if you're shooting something with him, you know, he looks like he's intimidating. This way, I don't know. It just looks like he saw his paycheck from Taken 2 and was like, "Yes, Neeson, wow!" So I don't know. I do like the mold on the figure. It's just, you know, your basic kind of suit. My only problem with the Movie Master's scale is just that it's a little too small versus the Marvel Legends. Like, they're almost half an inch smaller, or sometimes almost a full inch smaller. But I do think they have great molds. I mean, everything's nicely detailed. The tie is separate from his shirt, so it can actually move around. Very cool. I would definitely recommend getting this figure if you wanted to make a custom, or if you just wanted a bunch of figures with, like, suits and stuff like that. This would be a great idea to do something with. You know, make like a Men in Black custom, or like custom FBI figures. That'd be a really good idea. Jacket's really flexible. It's just a soft rubber. Like the gloves on here. Very cool. It's like, gonna go drive Miss Daisy. Do 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 do. Don't know what that was. And again, I'm just not a big fan of the height. I think just the legs are too small. I think that's their biggest problem. Their arms could be a little bit longer, and their legs could be definitely longer. But again, molding is just awesome. Detail in the belts and in the pants. Shoes have nice detail. You can make out the laces perfectly well. Articulation-wise, head can go 360. Can move up and down. He does have an ab crunch. It's hard to move, though. He does have waist articulation. Can go 360. Arms can rotate all the way around. Can go in and out very easily. Nice, like that a lot. He's got an upper bicep swivel. Can rotate all the way around. He's got a single joint in the elbow. The arm could go, I mean, not the arm, the hand can go 360. And can move out a little bit. Just kind of the molding at the end of the sleeve prevents that a little bit. In his legs, he's got the classic DCU articulation, to where his legs can go out and out like that with no problem, and they can go out like that. I do really, really love these hip joints. They're very, very good. Yeah, that's all I can really say about them. It's just they're really great. He does have a mid hip swivel. Can rotate that all the way around. He's got a single joint in the knee. Does get a good bend in it, though. And he does have articulation in the foot. Can go back and forth. No rocker in there, though. And aside from the bat signal piece, which it's this one right here. This one's mine. You have to get my figure, otherwise you can't turn on the light. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, not funny. And he comes with his little ninja mask. I think it would have been cool if he came with his sword cane, or just the cane, or just a sword, just something. But this was pretty cool. This is a cool accessory. Put that on there, and you've got Darth Liam Neeson. Kind of reminds me of a character from Star Wars: The Old Republic. And you will focus on him, and then you have my permission to die. Damn it, camera, camera, camera. Okay, there we go. Don't know how that happened, but oh well. Apparently it keeps trying to focus on everybody in the background. I should probably do something about that. Anywho, yep, there he is with his little Old Republic mask on there, the ninja mask that he wore in Batman Begins. Looks good. I think it makes his character stand out a little bit more, and it does sort of not go over the ears if you want it to look right. So it basically, I just kind of put it midway through. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so it's basically midway through his ears. It's not going to go over or under. If it goes under, it's not going to stay on. If it goes over, it's not going to look right. Overall, I give this figure a solid 7. I'm not a fan of the face sculpt. I think they need to go for expressions. The scaling is by far my biggest problem with it. And it should have came with his sword. I just think that kind of completes the Ra's al Ghul look. Overall, though, the mold is very well done. I love the articulation on it. It's nicely detailed. It's just pretty much all black. I just really love these gloves for some reason. And the ninja mask on here is very cool. Definitely boosts this figure's badass appeal. But overall, it's definitely a 7. Ninja Ra's al Ghul. Wah!
Now, if you excuse me, I have a city to destroy.
What'd you say?
Now, if you excuse me, I have a city to destroy.
What'd you say? I said, now if you excuse me, I have a city to destroy. Alright, so here is Ra's al Ghul, and I have to say, I am thoroughly impressed with this figure. Holy crap. Just the amount of detail in him is extremely sick. The paint apps are, I have to say, they're perfect. They're a 10 out of 10, man. I mean, this is one of the best looking figures I've ever seen. Totally, totally awesome. Oh my freaking god, man. Oh, I think I might have to make him in WWE 13 based off of this figure, because it is so good. Holy crap. I love all the detail. The gold stands out really good. The green and the brown clash very well. They mix very well as well. I guess that's what I should have said instead of clash. The bright green on here stands out and looks pretty natural to it. It doesn't, distract from it. The face is amazing. It looks just like how he does in the video game. I love what they did with his eyes, where you can see the green in there from the Lazarus pit, and just the fact that it looks like he hasn't slept in about 600 years, because he's being driven insane. Oh man, just totally awesome. The armor looks great. The tattoo sleeves look super sick with the big long dragon on here. Very awesome. Even the back of it looks pretty awesome. Let's jump into the articulation. His head can go 360. Can move up and down fairly well and do a little shaky. Do a little dance, make a little left and right, all that stuff. Yep. Doesn't have an ab crunch, but he does have waist articulation. These little shoulder pads can actually move up. That is super awesome and just a great idea. Whoever thought to do that, you are a genius. That way his arms can go out a lot more. They can go up a little bit more. I'm hoping though, and I just noticed these type of joints that they have in there, I think those are the same ones that they, maybe just a little bit bigger version, but the same type of ones that they used on the Killer Croc figure, the one that I did a review of where it broke within a couple of hours. Not from me playing with it or testing it, it just fell off. So I'm hoping that doesn't happen with this figure. He's got an upper bicep swivel, can rotate all the way around. He's got a single joint in his elbow. He's got forearm articulation, and it can rotate all the way around on the gauntlet, and the gauntlets looks freaking sick. Look at that, that's awesome. No separate hand articulation, so you do have to rotate the entire forearm. He's got an open hand over here. Leg articulation leaves a lot to be desired, in my opinion. Can only go forward about that much. Can go backwards pretty well, so he can do like a nice, backwards kicking type motion. That's kind of cool. He's got single joint bend right there in the knee, but he also can rotate his knee, which is very nice, because he has no boot swivel or lower leg swivel or anything like that, and he has no articulation in the feet. So, but for what he does have, the articulation works very well, and it doesn't take away from the mold. Although I'm more than certain if you would have added some articulation in the boot and in the feet, it wouldn't knock my score down any lower. He comes with his sword right here that you see in the game. Very, very nice. Lots of detail in it, like the design in the blade. Very, very awesome. Here's the sword in his hand, and man, that's a freaking long-ass blade. Looks totally awesome, though. On God, Batman, you cannot compete with my sword fighting skills. Yeah, okay, I'm a huge dork. Just really awesome. It looks great on his figure. Would have been cool if he had like a sword hilt or something that he could put the sword in. But, you know, I'm not going to complain because what you do get is amazing. Sword, I gotta kick your sword. Doing a side-by-side of the figures, yeah, the Ra's al Ghul from Batman Arkham City totally trumps the Liam Neeson one. He's a lot taller, he's more detailed. The Movie Masters one obviously trumps him in articulation, but it's only in small spots here and there, like in the legs. So yeah, overall, I have to give the Ra's al Ghul from Batman Arkham City a 9 out of 10. It is freaking awesome. So, sorry Liam Neeson, I guess you are going to have to hunt me down and kill me, because this one totally trumps your figure.
I will look for you. I will find you. And I will kill you.
I am sorry, my friend, but it is time for you to die. Ra's al Ghul wins. Fatality. So yeah, Ra's al Ghul from Arkham City is by far the winner. Actually, you know what? Definitely pick up both of these figures because you are going to need Liam Neeson's Ra's al Ghul to complete your collection of the Movie Master stuff and to get the bat signal. And he's still a decent figure. I just, you know, not a big fan of the face sculpt, and I wish they were taller so they could match up with the other figures better. So this was Chase from BurnoutInc saying definitely pick up both of these figures, whether you go for Ra's or Ra's. They're both awesome, but definitely get Ra's. He is a total badass. Alright, I'll see you guys next time. This was Chase from fucking A. This was Chase from...
Are you serious? It is not me!